president of a great democracy, such as ours, and the editors of great newspapers, such as yours, owe a common obligation to the people, an obligation to present the facts, to present them with candor. It is with that obligation in mind that I have decided in the last 24 hours to discuss briefly at this time the recent events in Cuba. Any unilateral American intervention in the absence of an external attack upon ourselves or an ally would have been contrary to our traditions and to our international obligations. We intend to profit from this lesson. We intend to re-examine and reorient our forces of all kinds. We intend to intensify our efforts for a struggle in many ways more difficult than war.
I know that many of you have further questions about Cuba. I made a statement on that subject yesterday afternoon. I do not think that any useful national purpose would be served by my going further into the Cuban question this morning. I prefer to let my statement of yesterday suffice for the present.
Reporters in Washington have noticed that there's been a clamming up of information from formerly useful sources, and this morning we are not permitted to ask any further questions about this foreign policy situation. Why is it not useful, sir, for us to explore with you the real facts behind this or our motivations?
Well, I think in answer to your question that we have to make a judgment as to how much we can usefully say that would aid the interest of the United States. One of the problems of a free society, problem not met by a dictatorship, is this problem of information. A good deal has been printed in the paper. I wouldn't be surprised if those of you who are members of the press will be receiving a lot of background briefings in the next day or two by interested people or interested agencies. There's an old saying that victory has 100 fathers and defeat is an orphan. And I wouldn't be surprised if information is poured into you in regard to all the recent activities. But I will say to you, Mr. Van Oka, that I've said as much as I feel can be usefully said by me in regard to the events of the past few days. Further statements, detailed discussions are not to conceal responsibility, because I'm the responsible officer of the government.
Quite respecting your feeling of not going beyond your statement of yesterday on Cuba, there still is in print this morning that you took the decision to continue training Cuban refugees with arms provided by this government for launching the current operations in Cuba. Now, is this true?
I think that the facts of the matter involving Cuban will come out in due time. I'm sure that an effort will be made to determine the facts accurately. As for me, I'm confining myself to my statement for good reason.